where crimes are baked and never show. Mysteries rise and truth unfold. And Ready, said it's time to go.
I did hear Aqua on the radio the other day, and I was just, it makes me think of you, Baker.
Yeah, because I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me anywhere. Imagination, life is your creation. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Yeah. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Ooh, whoa, ooh, whoa. I'm a blonde bimbo girl in a fantasy world. Touch me here, touch me there, hanky panky. Come
Oh,
jump
Lord.
in, bimbo friend, let us do it again. Hit the town, fool around. Let's go party. You
I
can
know.
touch, you can play. If you say I'm only yours, you can touch,
I
you
don't think
can
he's okay,
play.
guys.
That's as much as I remember
That's
from.
like the whole song. It's a good job.
Be very, very quiet. Hey, all, and welcome to this absolutely no live streaming until I figure out how the Sinclair group can ding me for a court feed, which is against Utah law. I spent 2 hours with support in YouTube yesterday. I might sue for emotional damage. So, luckily, my girl Sarah came through. Now I can't really, I don't dare live stream until I get that warning taken off my stream, any live feeds. Even though Utah law clearly states that no TV station will own the rights to the court feed, they will have to give it away. But that doesn't mean YouTube will take away a warning on my channel, which is against the law. Don't say anything bigger, you'll just get yeeted. Okay, I won't do that. Talking about getting yeeted. Oh, I have to do this. Hello, Mamacita.
Hi.
You weren't here yesterday.
No, it sounded like it was a little chaotic.
Well, I stayed up till 1 a.m. trying to tell someone no. Did it answer your question? No.
No.
Have you read the FAQ? Yes. This is the part of the FAQ you should be looking at. You're looking at the wrong part of the FAQ. Have you looked at this part of the FAQ? It's the wrong part of the FAQ. Please, I got to the second level manager. I am now officially a Karen.
Well, you're the best looking Karen out there.
Well, Marissa will content me for the title.
Marissa's a Karen. Come on.
She's a pro Karen. She said she would call and try to find out how to get it removed the warning, and maybe get an intern fired. I love a good Karen. Hey, Louis Cox, and Abby J, and Spacey Stacy, Nicola Maxwell, our resident Scotswoman, Skybell. Good morning, genitals.
Hi, genitals.
Kiki Kipres. This is a great channel. Jamie's here. It's always great when Jamie's here. Hey, Esprit. ¿Cómo está? And Olan Red. Good morning. Virginia Little. Christy. So nice to see all you. Yes, the intro song, because today isn't an official. So we'll just let our hair down, because we're going to talk about something Jamie is an absolute expert on
What?
the U.S. Constitution.
I knew you were going to say that.
I was never away. I just have a warning, so I can't stream. If I stream something within the next 90 days that has a third party content ding on it, I will get a warning and won't be able to stream for 7 days. So I would rather remove that warning I have because it's clearly unlawful and then go back to live streaming. What is
I
happening,
don't
T
blame you.
Rex? That's always the question. Is the cat alive or isn't it alive? It's roading a stream. Venus Victor, it's hot as all balls in Denmark as well today. I was in court
All
this morning and then came home, took my nap, and I thought I can't stream. What to do? I have washed my windows today in the heat. I'm svelting.
it's hot as all of them. I love that. That's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Hey, Danny T. Well, I'm I'm back, but I'm not back because baby got back. Hey, Kelly. Good morning, all from. You can make up where you're from or where Kelly is from. That's up to you. Hey, Janine. I'll come back after Aqua. Even Jamie's dog couldn't take it.
That was
Intuitive
perfect.
Karen. It's the best song ever. Hello, Peter. And Eddie. That was a lot of Barbie. It was exactly the right amount because it fit right into my intro length. Kelly is in West Virginia.
Good old West Virginia.
Hey, Helen from Holland. Yeah, I'm not yeeted off the platform. I just have a warning that makes me a little. I'm gonna tiptoe around for a bit until that's gone.
I don't blame you.
See, Maria knows this is the greatest intro on. uh, I sang in a video yesterday, Jim. You should go and watch it. Hey, Estee from
I'm
Boston, Massachusetts. I don't know why Boston has a southern accent, but Scott McGinnis told me that.
everywhere has a southern accent with you, Baker.
Well, I don't discriminate.
Yeah.
Hey, discriminate. I just followed you on the extra. Bob Bergman, Sarah will represent me. She should, because I think she's a great lawyer. Well, I am free, but I'm just cautioned. Silly free speech. Yeah, and I never went away. I just don't live stream court streams right now. So you can't stream with the warning. I can stream all I want with the warning. The only problem is if any third party content things on my channel, I will get immediately. I won't even get a warning. I'll just get taken down and get 7 days in the slammer. So that's why we're not gonna watch this live stream today. Uh, hey, Candy. Look at that little kitty. And Ada K, my favorite sign language interpreter. It was a mistake from the TV pool parent company. It's definitely fair use. Yes, the only problem is they never removed that third party. So it's fine that they added Emily D. Baker as one of those who are allowed to stream it, but they should remove the dinging from the original feed so it'll go away. But hopefully Emily D. Baker will. I've written her some mails. So hopefully she can help me. I will soon. I'll be so sad if you can't stream Sarah Boone. I've been waiting years for this. Well, I will disappoint you, Rexy, because after today, there's a good chance Sarah won't be going to trial. I'm just, before we get into it, I'm just spoiling it and saying, I think she found the loophole.
Oh, okay.
I am a grifting Karen. But hey, Golden Girl. Someone had a Starbucks tumbler waiting for them. I guess that's Jamie.
Me?
Yeah, you won a tumbler over at Ada's channel. We talked about this weeks ago.
I have so much on my mind. I'm sorry.
You should reach out to her so she can send it to you. Hey, Charlene, and Irish, your favorite baker. Oh. It doesn't have anything to do with Google not liking my content. It has all to do with a television company putting an illegal third party content warning on a court feed, which they are not allowed to do. Court feeds in the US is always public domain, always fair use when I transform it as I do, because yesterday I talked about a lot of things that had nothing to do with what was on the screen. And Utah has a law stating that you can't do it. Rip Jamie's cricket, choked to death on dad jokes.
It's still way too hot to open the windows, but eventually they'll be back. Don't worry, Zach.
Yeah, I know the streamers had to be an hour behind. This the feed I used was a day old, so it wasn't. We've been talking about it in my snooping group, and they believe it can be they just send out a signal, so no one was sending anything at that time. But again, who knows? Because lawyer, didn't get dinged. And EDB said any creator that got a warning yesterday should email her. I did that. It was a mistake. Her email is public. Glad to see your handsome mug. Well, it's a picture of Jamie, but it is handsome. And I've sent her both one on her business one, a link to uh the YouTube, and I've sent her Nick sent me a personal one. So I have two mails out, but she's a busy woman, so it might take a few seconds before she get back to me. It's fine. It's we're gonna do Sarah today, and then I'm gonna do a short video later about Carly Craig, Greg, Carly, Carly Greg,
Carly, Carly Craig.
uh, because there was something there. But I'm gonna do that in a video because it's really short, and YouTube likes when we put up videos. And after the stream, Fedorowski has an amazing new upload. Yeah, he's in Spain. He's sending me all kinds of pictures. I am very envious. What are the post-it notes saying? It says, this one says, Zach, $2, because Zach just made a super chat on $2. Then I put it up here so I can remember that I am lucky. I have good fans, and Zach comes around now and again. I also don't think Google has to follow the law. Well, Google, no, I don't. I'm not going to sue them, so they can do whatever they want. Yeah, I have enough to do. Jamie,
What's up?
who do we love more than anyone else?
Sarah Boone.
I learned it from the master, Vegas Rick. Sarah Boone have filed another motion. It's filed 6 days ago, where authority, the Constitution of the U.S. Amendment 6, specifically the right to a speedy trial, has been violated. The state of Florida has not met the requirements or proven good cause of delays. Ineffective, substandard state provided attorneys should have made this request long ago, proving this as a fact. So he's free now, Jamie.
She even types up her motions like she writes.
Jamie is back. Baker is back. My world is complete. Well, I never went away. I don't live stream cases.
Yeah. And Tuesdays are really rough at work for me, so Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to disappear.
Well, it was good you weren't sullied by that takedown. But no, I'm sorry to say it. She's out because ineffective substandard shouldn't be ineffective substandard state provided attorneys. It's not ineffective. Am I am am I Englishing wrong? Shouldn't it be ineffective substandard state provided attorneys should have made this request long ago, providing this is as a fact?
She is just shoveling words into those sentences to sound real fancy. She's
She
trying to
is
church it up.
writing this, yes, because she's pro se.
Hmm.
Hey, Susan M. No drawings today, but as this might make Jamie lose her breath because yes, we are gonna get the Bill of Rights. This is this is page 2 in her document. Amendment 1: Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. Oh, Sarah, remember this part when you complained that the press is interested. Government shouldn't oppress the free speech.
Hmm.
That's a typo. No real world ineffective. Well, there's the possible and the impossible. Remember that one. Hey, Gina L. You think going through 8 attorneys might have led to a delay, perhaps? Well, hey, Joe, it's the ineffective counsel provided by the state. Spelling and grammatical errors, not a big deal in court filings. Well, Scott McGinnis, you don't know the law of Sarah Boone. She was a straight A student.
The law of
She
Sarah
might
Boone.
even have been on Nickelodeon
Why do you say that?
because I saw a clip at something that might have been Sarah Boone on Nickelodeon
Oh, doing what?
doing some stupid game where, remember back in the day where they played like a thing on a screen and then you act. It was like a video game. She should jump or crouch on something to win something. I don't know. It's just a short clip. It was I can't remember. Someone sent it
I'm
to me, but
bored.
I'm afraid to pull stuff like that up right now. It was her. Sarah uses $10 words, 7.5. Sarah's attorneys didn't help her as she excels at everything she's seen their incompetence, their ineffectiveness, please. Um, well, I think she was given at least 1 or 2 competent lawyers. It was
Mhm.
definitely her. Yeah, she looked the same just 15 years. She looks kind of like if you take Carly Gregg and put Sarah's face on her. She actually looked like that. She had the same haircut. That I'm a Karen. Can I talk to the manager? Sarah is unburdened by what has come before. Hmm.
What?
Well, Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to secure the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms. Why should bear have arms? And which kind of bears? Shall not be infringed. I can probably not say that on YouTube these days. No soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. That's fine. 4. The right of the people to be secure in their person, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable search and seizures. Doesn't really. And then, Jamie, are you going to do it?
What? Amendment number 5th.
Number 5. But that's not what Sarah is claiming. She is going straight for the Sixth Amendment. In all criminal prosecution, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial. Remember that, Sarah, you wanted to keep the public out. By an impartial jury of the state and the district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel before for his defense. Sarah Boone. No, Tiffin. No, yeah, that's the judge's name. So she's claiming that her right to a speedy trial has been violated. Doesn't the Sixth Amendment assume guilt? No. It just assumed that you should get a speedy trial by an a impartial jury.
Yeah, and
So
to like face your accusers.
yeah. So instead of preparing for her trial, she's writing nonsense motion. No, no. She's writing. This is going to set her free. Let me read it again. Authority, the Constitution of the U.S. Amendment 6, specifically the right to a speedy trial, has been violated. The state of Florida has not met the requirements or proven good cause of delays. Ineffective, substandard state provided attorneys should have made this request long ago, proving this as a fact. And Jamie, this is the time. Hey, C Star, good to see you. Did she actually edit the numbers to make them bigger? No, she cut off something. So you can see Amendment 1 is here. Then she has a bad copy. So she now has to put 2, 3, 4. Then Amendment V. But I don't think she understands that that's a Roman numeral. So she put 5 over the V. Then she cut
Yeah,
out
she's
the IV
she's
instead of 6 and the VII. The VI and the VII for 7. So I don't think she does Roman numerals. She's a purebred American woman, salt of the earth. I don't do no foreign letterings or numberings.
I love that old line red is just dying over this. That she just filed a portion of the bill of
Well,
Good old Sarah. She doesn't disappoint.
yeah, she's great. Hey, Mess. Violated. Wherein the crime shall have been committed. Well, yeah, that should be the alleged crime shall have been committed. She waived her right to a speedy trial in the beginning. No, I actually don't think she ever did that. But don't dox Sarah; she will get tons of love letters. My boy
She already does.
Tom Gillis is hitting up Sarah right now, so we are not gonna spoil it for him.
She's probably already getting them. All
Yeah,
her fans.
yeah. There you go. She'll be home soon. Exactly. If that sets her free, then Sachs owe me $1.67. All trial dates were delayed because of noon. The state has never requested a trial date to be scheduled. You mean Boone? Well, again, we are all living on the planet Sarah. So let's look at what the judge wrote in his letter when he removed her lawyers. Come on, why is I hate Google Docs. As of June 26, 2024, this case has been pending 4 years, 3 months, 5 days from the date of the filing of the information on March 23, 2020. Action speaks louder than words. Although defendant's words seemingly reveal a desire to go to trial, However, as set forth herein, her actions and inability to work with court-appointed counsel are repeated over and over, allowing defendant to her eighth court-appointed attorney and ninth attorney overall, will only serve to delay the case further and encourage defendant to persist in efforts to prevent the resolution of this case on its merits, the concept of which was first brought defendants that should be written, the concept of which was first brought to the defendant's attention on May 10th, 2022. Defendant complains that Bankowitz and Hobson, two court-appointed attorneys, failed to meet and communicate, and when defendant is provided court-appointed counsel who will meet and communicate, Cashman, the ways and means of meeting and communicating and are unacceptable to the defendant. So, she was told that her delay tactics was what did it. And the trial managed conference shall remain specifically set for Tuesday, September 24th, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. The case shall remain specially set for trial for the 2 weeks trial period beginning Monday, October 7th. Yes, and will not be continued for any reason except by extraordinary good cause, and such extraordinary good cause shall not include retention of counsel by the defendant. Any and all pretrial motions in this case must be filed no later than the close of business on Monday, July 2024. So if there's more motions, they should be coming up. So Sarah, your attempt to get this thrown out by invoking the Sixth Amendment, because I don't know, actually already was ruled on by the judge. You are the reason this case have been going on for 3 years, because
Yeah.
you don't do nothing. So that's I don't know how she believes this will help her. I think she's just I'm thinking, is she gonna go soft sit like?
I don't know. I don't think it's going to result in that.
But don't you think she's gonna try some of the soft sit playbooks?
No.
I'm thinking she's gonna try a little. What is her malfunction this time? Well, just that she is now complaining that the state of Florida has drugged this case out for way too long, even though she was already told off by the judge and told her delay tactics won't work anymore, because she has now delayed the trial for 3 years by constantly complaining about her lawyers. So it makes absolutely no sense. But it's Sarah Boone. She is a vacuum of intelligence, so of course it happened. I skipped the Roman numerals lessons with my kids. You just need. It's really easy to do Roman numerals. This is a 1. This is a 5. So if you want to write 4, anything you put to the left of a higher number will be subtracted. So 5 minus 1 is 4. You could also just put 4 i's. X doesn't mark the spot. It's 10. So if you want to write 9, you just put 1 in front of it. If you want to write 11, you just put 1 behind it. It's super easy to write Roman numerals, at least up till around 20. Then it's 50. You can. I don't think there's another number. Is M 50? I can't remember. But the first 20 I can do. Please tell me he said she was great. Who? Who? no chance in Hölle Sarah Boone wrote this. Well, she did write this
Yeah.
because, well, she did write this part of it. The rest was written by your founding fathers in 1791. But this part of it is clearly Sarah Boone. The only thing I noticed is her spelling is worse on a computer than it is in real life because she has absolutely no punctuation, and the punctuation is off. There's a period there, then there's a space period, space. There's a lot of commas lacking. Did she get her mental evaluation yet? It's so odd how I get Lori Wallow diagnosis in Sarah Boone or Lori Bello. Um, she didn't. She filed a motion to have a, a shrink paid for to investigate if she had. It was because of her mental problems with the DV she had been going through that made her do it. But the JAC said, nope, we're not going to pay that price because it was a hefty price. But she has been seen by a forensic psychologist or something.
Yeah.
Sarah and I have the same initials and Squat Bob. I think you're an straight A student as well. Sarah is going to get carpal tunnel from writing too much. Well, that's why she used a computer this time. Where did she get a printer and paper? Well, remember she has her laptop, and in prison she can work on or her tablet, and she can work on that. So she probably have access to a printer as well to file motions. Mm-mm-mm. It's the clan of the recorders players. Oh, I don't know what that is. She isn't a few fries short of a happy meal. The only part of the happy meal that she has is a few fries. She's certainly fried. Honestly, she's wasting her time. We all know. That's why I'm thinking she's going subset with that. I didn't get a speedy trial. Well, honey boo boo, you are the reason why there hasn't been a speedy trial because you have had 8 attorneys so far. 4 of them conflicted out, but 4 of them couldn't work with you because the last one told us how you just got up and left if you didn't feel she was listening to you. So, honey boo boo, you know I love you. I still dream about you straddling that bush. But
Ew, stop it.
is Sarah Boone going to be her own lawyer for her appeal? Says Tim again. She's gonna walk. Read this. The ineffective substandard state provided attorneys didn't file the correct motions, so she is gonna walk now. Technically, she invoked the first 7 amendments. I think it's the quartering of troops that really going to set her free. Yeah, it is. No troops can stay in a house. What? Yeah, I'm a secret FBI agent and I am housed in a prison, so I'm not allowed to do that. Jamie, do you know another thing? The Space Force lady won't go to trial.
Why?
She's put in a loony bin.
Oh, well, she needed to be.
But I wanted to hear about how the Space Force was controlling her.
Yeah, they were stalking her because
Yeah.
of, for some reason, she knew too much.
May the 4th is correct. It's because they didn't find her small t-shirt. And she had to clamp her pants. She's been dieting. It's just a humble brag for all you out there who's thinking, should I lose some weight? Sarah is in prison, hiding 57 pieces of cheese, but still loses enough weight, so she had to get smaller clothes. It's a great board. It's good for. I like to visualize or draw. There will be a quiz in Roman numerals. Look like Sarah got access to a word processor. It kind of does, but it doesn't look. It just look weird because the margin in maybe it's the scan or the formatting or something, but the margin is off if you see the this part of it. It's tilted. I can't use that on this one. Uh, it's not a straight edge, and it's slanted as well over here. So I think she has taken some of her old court documents. The margin is wrong up here too. So she has taken her old court rulings and just reused them, and then motion to dismiss case charge with constitutional authorities. That's something she just put in. So I think she just reused an old piece of paper. The quartering of British soldiers was a huge thing in 1776. British would land an army and they took over a whole town and patriots' houses. Well, on this channel, we don't like the patriots. So
We sure don't.
Jamie have multiple times said boo hoo about the patriots.
Boo.
Swap Samsonite. That luggage didn't look like it was in a good shape. What kind was it? We haven't found out yet. I think it was a knockoff brand. I don't think it was a good old quality Samsonite. I have my kid's date of birth and Roman numerals tattooed small on the inside of my right forearm. So whenever I do anything, I think of them. It's looking good for 14 years old. I don't have that. Sarah is 4 cents short of a nickel. I'm not sure Baker has room to criticize spelling. I'm dyslexic, so I have all the room. And again, this is my third language. That 2 and 2 crack gets me every time. She will forever rant about them not giving her more time to prepare. She's not an attorney and she didn't do it intentionally. She will do more or worse in trial to appeal to the jury for help. I'm thinking, that's why I'm thinking Sov said, I'm thinking she's going to go to Dale Brooks road and talk about jury nullification. I'm thinking she's going to blow, and that judge, he doesn't care. He's going to shut her down. I'm so far behind, Jamie. M is 1,000. I'm so far behind. I'm just going
I
to
don't
skip.
think she will. I think she just really wants to keep getting this delayed and delayed and delayed. As much as
Hey,
possible.
Brandy. Did you ever get a verdict yesterday, or are you going back to Jamie? If you have nothing else to do, go watch Brandy when she has nothing to talk about, and she gets more ants in the brain than I do.
I was watching
And
some of her because they're still on Verdict Watch, I think.
oh, they're still on Verdict Watch,
I believe so.
but I draw pictures. She makes Photoshop and
Oh, I
watches
seen all that.
pandas.
That
She
was
watches
good.
pandas. I like that. When I got off the horn with the support yesterday, she was showing pandas. I needed that before bed. English is not Sarah's first language either, Baker. No, her language is love. Hey,
Mhm.
Gata, how you doing? Madam Mediocre, good to see. Zach, be nice. Tellus's face terrifies me. Yeah,
He's just a weird looking guy.
yeah, but I love he has his verdict eyebrows on the entire time. Handwriting does not equal spelling, Baker. Also, we use most of the same alphabet, so language samaj. Samaj. Yes, but my problem is when I see an English word, I have to figure out how you Americans say it. What do you mean about you Americans? All of you. Because Chattanooga isn't
You people.
pronounced Chattanooga. New Orleans, boom. New Orleans is New Orleans, if because I know French too. So
Hmm.
it's really hard to understand why you spell the way you do, and you don't put the O's in that you're supposed to. Color, oh, the U's. You're spelling it all wrong because I learned British English. We went for a trip down memory lane yesterday in chat, and it was actually really fun. Those are the best streams. Those that just take 8 hours and you didn't get anywhere, but you had fun the entire time. It's called learning time with Brandy, and it's when I get timed out the most. Well, Zach, have you
Are we
tried
shocked?
behaving?
Yeah. Is anyone shocked?
How they are still on Verdict Watch is nuts. I only watched bits and pieces because back then I could still live stream on my own channel. But I, with the evidence cut up in his sofa, how are they believing this housing company stole it or
Baker.
did it?
Somebody planted it. Come on.
Yeah.
He was very convincing in his testimony.
Do guys write Sarah romantic letters? She said how famous her discovery is. Maybe she got that twisted. Um, I believe she said in the second to last hearing that she has a big fan in Australia now. She used to have a big fan in South Korea, not legal voices. And now she has a big fan in Australia. Aussie Overlord. So maybe they are sending her feed pics.
I don't know.
I tried to watch the tattoo face. He was a weird guy, but he had severe brain damage, right? But he's going riding the old Sparky. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Queen. Ah, twin grandbabies. Oh, so lucky. Yeah, maybe the force is here sometimes. Because it's not spelled nougat. Chattanooga. Yeah, but it's still wrong. Why didn't you call it something normal? Again, if you ever saw that, uh, what's his name? Murray, the pub landlord quiz about Americans and naming cities, where he said you had a good beginning up in New England, and then it just got worse. At the end, it's just Scrabble. There was an embargo on us during the Revolutionary War. You should try some Australian town names. Well, we do have two cities over in Jutland called Colon and Seaman. So, and on my island we do have Middlefart. So maybe our name sounds weird to you too. They say it like Nolans. Yeah, but that's wrong because it's French. It actually was. That's why it's called Louisiana, because it belonged to King Louis. And you bought it. How would I pronounce Chattahoochee? Yeah, Chattahoochee.
Yeah.
I would pronounce it Chattahoochee. I just drove through Chattanooga like 5 hours ago. Does Daneland have Indian names like America? No, we have stayed here as a tribe since the Stone Age. So we just kept the names. We didn't flee Britain because we were religiously prosecuted and go over there and say, hey, we can't survive. Can some of y'all give us some turkey and some pumpkin? And had a weird hat. And then you got Thanksgiving. And then the rest of you followed later. That's how America was founded, Jamie, if you didn't know that.
It's amazing.
I should visit Sean, potentially criminal, and visit. Is the C a K or an S? Cuyahoga or Cuyahoga country? I don't know. No, he's a British guy. He plays the pub landlord. Al Murray. That's the one. Al Murray. I knew it was Murray. Middlefart is an hour to the west of me. A lot of weird names of places come from Native American language names of places. Yes, I know. Chicago. That means bad wind. You knew that, Jamie.
Yeah.
Hey, Mistral, banana bread. Oh, I like a good banana chocolate muffin. You should do that, Sheba, because I won't be going for too long today. I just wanted to read that Sarah Boone will now be released because of the U.S. Constitution, and see if my channel got more strikes. Um, and then when are you? No, Brenda, ain't starting. You are not starting. You ain't. What am I? American? You ain't starting until 6:30 normal time, which is 12:30 your time, right? Jamie, why do you do this to me?
That was beautiful.
Oh, just didn't get a notification. I was live. Well, we were talking about it in Discord. Like Hoochie Mama, only leave Mama off. Hoochie.
Hoochie mama.
Nope. I'm not a Sean fan. He gives me bad jubies. Well, you don't have to like everyone. I can still go and visit all the weird places. I should just do a road trip. When I become a millionaire, Jamie, and I move to Tennessee next to the expert, me and him is going to be
Oh,
at the pool all the time, talking about where
oh my
Valhalla
lord.
is. Um, then once a year, I should just drive somewhere weird in the US. I don't know, like New York or something, and just read the names. Foxbury. Why? Medleaf. Why? There's a lot of weird names. I should do a YouTube channel about that.
Hmm.
Iuhoga. Kuyahoga. Ooh, this is probably racist. Doesn't your alphabet have more letters than ours? It actually does. It has three more than you, but we almost never use the double V. We hardly ever use the Z, only for zoo and zebra and kazoo. So, but it's because we need the e, ö, o sounds. We talk a lot down in our throats. The expert thinks everyone is a troublemaker. I've been. No one really know this, but me and Vegas Rick are two, some of the quietest people around, especially live. We play this role online that we are very talkative and stuff like that. But we just like to sit on the exports porch in the morning, drinking a beverage and talking. Then the expert comes out and just looks at us and says, "You two, you start trouble wherever you go." Said, we didn't do nothing. And now he said we're not allowed to be together because there's always trouble when we're together. I don't know why. I think it's his beliefs. I've been driving for the past 15 hours from Indianapolis to Coca Beach. I need to sleep so bad. Yeah, don't be sleep deprived on the road. What is it they say? If you stay up for a day, it's like being intoxicated at a what's the level? But it's like being intoxicated. Stay safe.
I don't know the level, but yeah, when you're sleepy, it's like you're drunk. You're like overly
My dad
exhausted.
flew from Norway at 16. Don't blame the place on us. He became a citizen when he was in the army 2 years. We are Vikings, but can't get back there. So expensive. Oh, well, it's very expensive in Norway. It's because of all the oil they have. Speaking of funny words, a while back for like 2 weeks, people called other people bay. Someone told me that means poop in Danish. Is this true? Remember, I said we had those extra letters. A is an A and an E put together. That makes the A sound. Poop in Danish is B. So it's the B and the A together. So yes, bay in Danish reads like B, which is poop. See you later. Or at least we have Rømø. We do have Rømø. That's a place. Those two of those squiggly letters you love, Jamie.
Can't stand it.
In Gaelic, we have less letters, more sounds. Gaelic is hard to pronounce. Is that a Gaelic? That's no, Welsh is not Gaelic. It's Scottish, native Scottish. That's Gaelic. Hey, Elizabeth Meyer, so good to see you. Hmm. My son called me bruh last night. Almost uh, sacked him. It's cool he's calling you bruh.
No.
Well, it is awesome. Vegas Rick came off. I know I was writing him and said, "Oh, you were not allowed to come on when I was on." I know the White Rabbit was probably when she saw him pop in the green room. She turned off her camera and gave him the eyes. On German, we write Römö. Yeah, it's the same sound, but that's the same with U umlaut. It's just a Y. Gaelic is really easy. Feska math fish ga va. How do you math get to be va?
I
Hmm.
have no idea.
My first language is Afrikaan. That's a mix of Dutch and something. Dutch and English or something. I enjoy watching your streams, but hearing your pronunciation of names and such is therapeutic. Always brings a laugh or smile, especially calling Jetty Jess by other names Jody. I'm not allowed to call her Jody because that reminds her of the three hole wonder. So I'm only allowed to call her Jessica, Jess, Josie, Judy. I'll be right there, expert. I'm almost done. Who's Vegas Rick? He is an amazing person. He is a buddy of mine who, when I was staying with the expert, Vegas Rick was there as well. He's a guy who stopped by and streams with the expert sometimes on Friday Night Live, the best Friday Night Live show on the YouTubes. He has some amazing stories. He always talks about petting his wiener because he has a small dachshund. So, but he is actually quite funny. He We spent many a morning just talking about everything. He's quite intelligent, but just like the expert and other people I know, he hides it behind a facade of being goofy. But he's a wonderful human being, and apparently, him and I together equals trouble. You're riding Vegas Rick. Gay. It's only gay if you like it. Been sub for a while. Maybe it's time I watch the stream. Well, welcome, General T. Bakersfield Raymond is the man's name. Can't remember the. I don't know what that is. Like the Ate of Iceland song. I'm kind of jealous of those cool extra things some letters get in other languages. But the problem is when you have those and you use those sounds. That's why my accent sounds so weird because I'm used to talking way more back in the. We talk a lot about those sounds are it's you're getting choked. So when you have to talk in other languages, it kind of gets hard sometimes. Phrasings, phrasings. No, actually, he doesn't. He taught me some valuable life lessons about women. So he was great. Haven't seen him in about 4 years. He was on the Friday Night Live last Friday. The R and G sounds in Afrikaan are the most difficult. Jamie, can we ban Panilla?
No, never.
See you later, Brandy. Have a great stream later.
What did she say?
Brandy, she said she hit the like button. She has to go. See you later. Have a good day.
Oh, no, I meant vanilla. But bye, Brandy. Have a good day.
She says, I have made caca. That she remember that from when she was working in a uh, not a kindergarten, the step below that for the small kids.
Preschool?
Well,
Preschool?
for we chuck our kids in that place when they're like 8 months old, and then they go on to kindergarten when they're like 3. So I don't know what you call it.
Just chuck your kids
Yeah,
into
y-
like daycare
yeah,
type
it's
thing.
yeah daycare, but like 3 years, and then they go on to kindergarten. But
Good job.
she lived she worked at a daycare, and apparently she remembers Danish kids saying, "I have made caca," because caca is Lord in Danish. Can stream trials now, but seems to have more live viewers. Yeah, I should do less trials, more live views about Sarah Boone. When I die, I want my ashes placed in my old record player. It's my vinyl request. This is a joke, Jamie, that you won't get because you don't speak German. But in
I
German,
get it.
V is an F, so it's his final request. It's a brainiac for those of us who speak German.
Oh my lord.
Die
I need the
Bad Die.
crickets. I need those crickets just for Zach.
Yeah, but that's a layered that joke. You have an awesome accent. I hardly have any. I have a very awesome southern accent that I can't use. Actually, it would be a great entertainment to hear you read books. Oh well. I did one. I did some Christmas streams where I read stories.
Yeah, you
Didn't do
guys
that
missed
well.
it. They were good.
Yeah, it was Hans Christian Andersen, but it didn't get any views. He's the one who gets really drunk, right, and then does still weird things. No, Vegas Rick isn't the one who gets. No, that's you're thinking about Lincoln Kane. I think the one who has Vegas Rick doesn't have a channel. He just drops by on the experts channel.
Yeah.
The Vikings came here and married the Gauls. Married and married. We took a few of you home. Put you in small huts. I've seen how small those huts were they lived in. And nursery could be a nursery. When I die, I want Metallica played on my funeral. The Unforgiven played over and over. Yeah, I'm just gonna be lowered into the ground with "I'll be back."
Please don't scare people.
We all want to see the cute brother's puppy again. I don't have a cute brother, but I don't have the puppy at me. It was only here for 3 days. German, and after 30 years in the US, I still have my accents and I have my battle with the V. Yeah, there's nothing worse than watching a war movie and it's, hey, it's Baron von Rickenhausen. No, fun, 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 Rickenhausen. Come on now. It's not that hard. Yeah, that's how to say it. Uh, Thank you, Dizzy Grenade, for being a member for 4 months, months. Emma, yes, she has a court order. She can't get more representation. Well, she can, but she'll have to pay for it. She's an indigent. She can't get the JAC to pay for her, and the judge won't delay it anymore. But she has filed this motion today, which will set her free. Sarah Boone should be free by now. Motion to dismiss case charges with constitutional authorities. That means it's the highest level of authority in the US because that's the Constitution. I know that much. The Constitution of the US Amendment 6, specifically the right to a speedy trial, has been violated. The state of Florida has not met the requirements or proven good cause of delays. Ineffective substandard state provided attorneys should have made this request long ago, proving that this as a fact. But they can't prove it as a fact because you were the one who made the delay. the Christmas stories were so bad they almost made me atheist. Well, it's from a guy who was kind of a
See?
weirdo. Well, they're not about. It's not about Christ and stuff as much. It's a lot about kids being hurt a lot and then going home. Well, you have the girl with the matchsticks. She dies. The end of the fairy tale is they found her frozen to death. Yes, Jamie, that's a fairy tale.
Yeah, we talked about this because you said the stories are really not as great as everybody makes them out to be, or that's what you're telling me. And they were sad.
Yes, we did build longhouses for us, our and our livestock. Then we have then we had an area provided for people from the Gaelic countries and that we took home to help us tend our farms without getting a paycheck for it. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. They lived in small huts because we can always get new ones next time we sail over there. Damkijk, Denmark. I saw someone the other day say we shouldn't change the names anymore because we live in 2024 and the world is a global place. So we should just use the name's own name for for the country or the country's own name for the country. Think if you had to say Denmark, Norge, Sverige instead of Denmark, Norway, Sweden, it wouldn't fall as natural to you.
No.
But uh, sorry, uh, some people are just weird thinking stuff like that. I like the story you told yesterday. Who had some eggs and broke her neck? That was so also scary. It wasn't scary. It's just a good lesson about people live too much in the future and doesn't think about what happens now. Kind of like me yesterday. I was flying high. I was rolling in all the YouTube money. I was I was close to making maybe $3 or $5 in ad revenue, and then I got my copyright strike. My neck went too far back. All my eggs disappeared, and my empire crumbled. Sadly, it happens even for me. In Sweden, you're not allowed to start our preschool until you're 1 year. Most parents wait to 1.5 year. Preschool in Sweden is between 1 and 6 years old. Don't you have? You can't get the maternity leave for 1.5 year. 1 year, I think, is the most we have. Do you fully cover Karen Reed's being? Do you fully cover Karen Reed's being sued? I want to hear more opinions on all of the possible doors it opens in her favor. It's intriguing to ponder. I made it. I read it on a stream and I did a video on it. Uh, Again, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know what evidence can be provided and brought in. I think the most interesting part will be, like I showed in that video where I used the clips from Aussie Insider, great clip channel, talking about by making CF McCarthy's and the Waterfall, by suing them, they now have to protect themselves by providing the exact number of drinks they've served her. Because we know from the bar tab provided in court, nowhere near those 9 drinks the state claimed.
Hmm. And
Nowhere in any of those videos did she or he seem intoxicated.
and I was watching somewhere like won't like if the McAlberts um participate, they'll have to be redeposed, which will be interesting.
Well, they will have to be deposed. They haven't been deposed.
Yeah.
They have been interviewed in a grand jury, but
Yeah,
now they
so
will
that
have to
will
sit for a
be
deposition.
hmm and that will be interesting.
Yeah, people leave their kids with strangers at 1 year. When my kid, my firstborn, I think it was 8 months, and my second was 6 months when she was 6 months when she got put in. Well, you start out early. Just put them 4 hours in an institution. I was just talking about that when we started. That no one should write her any love letters. She's your girl, Sarah Gillis Boone. You can take her, show her how to golf. She can show her how to make puzzles. She can say, "Oh, that's a big golf bag you have. Can you be in that?" And I can cover the trial. You can drag it out, maybe only take 4 days a week and make it last longer. Oh my. The O'Keefes
Yeah.
were already suffering from bad public image. Now it's over the top bad. Uh, What I
Yeah.
see this as is a hope that the homeowner insurance or the whatever Karen has, the car insurance company, will just make a flat payout. CF McCarthy's business insurance, Waterfall's business insurance says nope. Just we have a liability at 20,000 that we'll pay out. Let's settle 20,000, and they'll shut up. Um, that's the hope. But go back and read it. 50% of the text he wrote has to do with what Lally claimed before trial started. The other 50% seems like they sat down with Jen McCabe and wrote her testimony into it. After watching the trial, none of it makes any sense because she showed signs of intoxication. Four witnesses independently stated no sign of intoxication. So again, it makes no sense.
Hmm.
And Karen can request to have them added as defendants since they were part of the situation and could also be liable. Yeah, because who bought her shots? If one of them bought her shots, are they liable too? She's all thumbs. That golf bag image just. Yeah, a rescue puppy. Andrea Burkhardt's Substack on this was excellent. John's reaching. Yes, and I said it when we read it the first time. Um, and I said it when we watched the interview. I don't want to speak ill about anyone, but he seems like a big a-hole. He couldn't take his kid in the first, his niece and nephew in the first time. He couldn't do it the second time. They had to stay with his mom, and now he's pushing them in front of him to get paid. Aiden asked the question, what happened to that 250, 350,000 GoFundMe? Was it put into a fund for the kids, or where did that money go? That should be a legitimate question to ask. Because if he's going to go out here and try to hustle money out of two bars, someone should also say, okay, so now you have a vested interest in her being found guilty because you have a monetary.
Oh, exactly. And he's
So can he
putting
even
his
test? Well, if he has to testify in the second trial, they can bring up that he's suing her.
exactly his bias.
Yeah,
So it's not going to look good.
but that could backfire on the O'Keefes because they can now all band together and go at them with stronger defense team. Well, I don't, yeah, and the McAlberts is what my dad used to call street smart. They're not book smart, but they're street smart. They're like rats. They will always get out of trouble. Always. Because they always know how to get out of a bad situation. They're hustlers. So if this means they have to adapt Sarah, Karen as their most favorite person in the world for this lawsuit, Jen McCabe will sit there and say, "Nah, she wasn't that drunk at all. I didn't see any signs of intoxication." Not only the alcohol, but there's still the unsolved question of going in the house because there was slips in testimony that admitted he was in the house. Yes, they can call uh, Brian Higgins back. He said a tall, dark-haired man walked into the house. There were several problems with the motion. Petitioner may not have jurisdiction both geographically and relationally. Second, the delays in this going to trial are largely on the back of Sarah. Oh, Robin, yeah, this one. Yes, all of this is on Sarah. Sarah is the one who drug it out for 3.5 years. Paul O'Keefe and his mother seem to be behind the grift, which also is yet another attempt to smear Karen Reed's name and drain her finances. Just comes off as malice and greed. And I think that will be the biggest problem because they had, oh, woe you lost your son, you lost your daughter, sister, all of that. But now it's just a grift.
Hmm.
It's a grift I should learn from because I can't make the grift list. He should be on the official list above Betterow. I love that Betterow is on the grift list. The man who never, ever, ever plugs his social media, never asks for a dime, doesn't get any super chat, doesn't have a buy me a coffee, doesn't have anything. He's on the grift list. And I love that he just plays along with it. So Paul screwed himself royally. Class act. The McAlberts are Timu mobsters, not going to want their lives open like a can due to Paul's greed stupidity. No. And that's what I'm saying. They're street smart. They will fight him now. They don't care.
Nope.
Even hustlers fail eventually. Yes, the magazine, I don't think it's around anymore. Yeah, Flipperhead makes some funny videos. Me and Satan, I mean Sarah, will play hide and seek for sure. Remember to do puzzles first and paint. She likes to do that. Well, Laura, we're glad to have you here. But the problems with Karen was detailed by Proctor. Yeah, and you can't bring Proctor into it because he's disgraced. You will have to bring the bartender in who they had the bartender from the waterfall. She stated, I didn't see any signs of intoxication. Kolyakakis, I didn't see any signs of intoxications. And Mr. Pizza Man himself will have to go up and testify. Nope, didn't see any signs of intoxication. Paul said she was already showing clear signs of intoxications when she entered CF McCarthy's. I watched the video. She comes in, she looks a little cold, and she looks like she's a bit timid because we know they had been in a fight earlier. Then they start snuggling up to each other, and everything seems fine. She seemed in a good mood. She seems like she had one to take off the societal anxiety rust. Tom Gillis will be on The Expert FNL this Friday.
Yay.
So yeah, Karen will have insurance to cover a civil case. I think he's betting on that insurance will say, we'll just settle out of court. You get 50,000, go away now. That's what he's betting on that the insurance companies will do. Well, I love that he's attacking a woman who bailed him out of prison because he was drunk driving. Hey, Stace, good to see you. But Jamie, I think that was all the energy we could wring out of Sarah Boone today.
Yep.
So I think I'm gonna go off, gonna see if I can figure out to get that warning taken off my channel. I'm back. I was making a peach cobbler. Did you all miss me? We missed you a lot, so now you're back. We're gonna leave. Karen Reed has already spent far more than that to defend herself, and now they want her pockets fattened. Their pockets fattened too. Before I send you on your merry way, let me ruin your life completely.
What?
Go look up Kathy Daffer's tweet about, oh, those idiots who paid Karen Reed's she's worth 3 million. Yeah, that was back when she was working. Kathy Daffer is absolutely. Her and Sarah Boone should write a book together.
They really should.
Baker, the insurance doesn't work that way. It's ridiculous. The insurance does work that way. If they say it'll cost us $75,000 to take this to court with a high risk of winning it, but at 25% that we lose it, they will settle for $50,000 instead. Because then they save $25,000. They don't care how much you get in trouble. They just want to save money. It's insurance companies. Have you met them? I really am leaving this time. Go to the pool and call Valhalla. See if he's okay. No, Karen Reed won't bring John back. And it will never fill that void to get her in prison because it will be an unfair imprisonment. But Paul O'Keefe doesn't care because he has a deck to build and another car to slam into while super intoxicated on a golf course. Jamie, on that note, hasta mañana.
Bye, guys. Have a good day.
Bye.
What exhibit are you referring to?
I'm going to make this 100, Your Honor.
All right.
100.
100.
Because it is 100%
100%.
correct.
So you literally built a cannon?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
All right, I'm in love.
Go back. Please do that again. Oh, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
While I'm waiting for this, did you, whether it's true or not, believe that Mr. Randolph had slept with your wife?
I wouldn't have cared.
You wouldn't have cared?
No,
Did you believe he had slept with your wife?
no.
Did you believe he slept with your mother-in-law?
Probably did. Everybody has.
So there.
Everybody has.